thinking on my life, and I'm tired of chasing footprints. Let us lose on a little while. Well, it seems so easy, and it don't seem so misguided to believe you came somewhere when you never look behind. So many winds blowing so much in my mind. Can I hold you in my arms? Can we just steal away sometime? Well, it can be so cruel, and it can be so kind. I wish it was so simple, but ain't it good when it feels nice? I love you to death, oh, I'll just love you till tomorrow. But can I hold you in my arms, just like the lovers of valdaro? Well, it can be so cruel, and it can be so nice. You know, I could've loved you better. I didn't mean to be unkind. I love you for my yesterdays, and I'll love you for tonight. We'll be the lovers of valdaro, hand in hand and side by side. Well, it seems so easy, and it don't seem so misguided to believe you came somewhere when you never looked behind. Time has a way to just ease you down the line, and I know I loved you back when all the past was close behind. Like the wind it blows and it fans the flames up higher, but it can scatter us apart, and it can cool our desire. So when we drift away, and I just hope that you'll be near, so I can look into your eyes and I can see what was so clear. Well, it can be so cool, and it can be so nice. You know, I could've loved you better. I didn't mean to be unkind. So I'll love you for my yesterdays, and I'll love you for tonight. We'll be the lovers of valdaro, hand in hand and side by side. Well, it can be so cool, and it can be so kind. I wish it was so simple, but ain't it good when it feels nice? I love you to death, oh, I'll just love you till tomorrow. But can I hold you in my arms, just like the lovers of valdaro?
And Arya. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, come by. All right. Come on.
That song was born out of a site, an ancient ruin in Italy, and these two skeletons that were embracing. And I just kept thinking about how it could have been a momentary interaction, but it's lasted millennium. You know, it's left in the dust. And love songs are often kind of spouting eternity in a just kind of kitsch way, and I wanted to kind of break that pattern and do something that talks about the fleeting moments that are just as impactful as the long-lasting, happily ever afters. And so that was Lovers of Valdaro. And this has been talked about before, but the euphoria of, the 30 or so minutes when you've just finished the song and it's been, you kind of have that great hook and everything comes together. that's amazing. That's a high, you know. But then for me, performing, I'm a really, you know, I'm a recording artist, but I'm also just as much a live performer, and I love sharing my music for people. And you know, I think it's just I love playing for new people. I love the shared experience, and it, yeah, I don't know, it feels very natural for me. People ask me, like, do I get nervous, or some other folks do kind of have to get over that stage fright. But for me, it's never, I don't know why, but I don't ever get nervous because I'm so true. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, since a young age, I was it's gradually, gradually just became more and more part of my life to perform, you know, because I started with school clubs and little dinner parties even before that, and then kind of gradually built up to The Voice when I was 15. So quickly got, you know, what do they call that, exposure therapy? For me, I was 15 when I was on the show, so I was still in high school, halfway through high school. And I've always been this kind of dual life of being in school and then gigging every weekend, you know. So that was through college as well. I decided to go, even though I was contemplating just starting out my life with music, but it was the pandemic and all that. And so I finished school, and then finally the last 3 years I've been doing music full time. About 150 shows per year, mostly in the Bay Area, but you know, and so yeah, there's been a lot of highlights throughout. A music life, and if you're especially going to be a live performer, you'll be playing for thousands of people one day and maybe tens the next, you know, and like it's just a part of the life, I guess. So, you know, it's always fun to play for those big crowds, but sometimes the intimate moments are just as fun.
Don't dirty the knife, make it come out clean. Rosemary's for remembering. Ophelia, she climbed a willow tree. Yeah, she lit those pretty flowers hanging for me. Honey, I ain't blue, it's just you I'm thinking of. Oh baby, it ain't the rain, but ain't it a shame how it covers a view? After all, Paris chose Aphrodite, and I believe that I could still abide it. And if you choose another, I won't fight it. Of all the guys in heaven want to cry it, honey, I ain't blue, it's just you I'm thinking of. Oh baby, it ain't the rain, ain't it a shame how it covers the view? It's always raining in Molokai, and you're always staying sunny on my mind. I don't think about it all the time, but you always seem to linger in the night. Honey, I ain't blue, it's just you I'm thinking of. Oh baby, it ain't the rain, ain't it a shame how it covers the view? Oh, I just you I'm thinking of.
Thanks.
I started writing in Hawaii, actually. I was looking at this island across from Maui that is called Molokai, and it's always raining there. At least when I was there was a constant rain cloud hovering over it, and so I just was sort of thinking about that. It's always raining in Molokai. You're always staying sunny on my mind. And I think sometimes it's about burgeoning love and early love, where there's a lot of vulnerability when you're trying to figure out what there's mutual feelings for, you know, if two people feel the same way about each other. So that's really what the song's about. But when I was looking at this island with the rain cloud hovering over it, sometimes there's also that thing where when someone's on your mind, it's almost like a little cloud above wherever you go. I've seen my process a little bit evolve. I always keep track of phrases, and I try to leave it as inconclusive as that. Like, they're not lyrics yet, but they're also not just an assortment of words.
With like a bunch of phrases?
Exactly.
That's such a consistent thing I've heard.
Yeah, I think it's like the best way of, you know, I call it interesting phrases because they're not lyrics yet, and they might not ever be, but I kind of have a bank of that, and as I go along, traveling or interacting with people and just living, I collect them, and then some will just stay in my mind more than others, and I'll mull it over, and then as a guitar player, I'm just always playing guitar, and so it's very guitar oriented for me, and I'm just, you know, the melodies kind of shape around a phrase, and then, you know, my guitar playing kind of forms the verses and choruses.
Interesting. And then do you usually know like when a song's done? Do you think you're like a perfectionist with what you do?
I don't like to edit a lot. I think it's sometimes we were talking about this with filming, where like the first take has the beauty. I kind of feel like that. I'm not very revisionist. Sometimes I'll throw in like a bridge or something if I feel like a song needs that after the fact, but I generally don't. I like to kind of do it one and done. But I will say what's different than me, some people are like, want to do it in a session where it's like, okay, these next 4 hours are going to be the song, you know, I'm going to write the song in 4 hours. But for me, sometimes I'll work on it for a day and I'll leave it at that, and then sometimes I won't come back for it, or at least I don't get that strike of inspiration until months later.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm not like, very Nashville is the approach of like it's having sessions where you just crank out these songs in a very collaborative way, which can be nice. But I've never followed that, and I'm also not strict about let's finish the song now.
Why don't I call you when I say I would? Why don't I love you any way I could? Seems like it happens every day or two, and you cross my mind when I don't bother to. She always liked to do a crochet, and she thread that needle with me all day. And we got everything but time, baby. And don't you know you're on my mind lately? It never gave me any peace of mind, yeah. Laying here without you by my side. And you always like to see that sunrise. I'd wake to see a twinkle in your eyes. You know me, I'm like a setting sun. Try to catch me when I'm on the run, and it's over, we fall back again. Why don't you go and close your eyes again? crochet, she'd thread that needle with me all day. And we got everything but time, baby. And don't you know you're on my mind lately? Why don't I call you when I say I would? Why don't I love you any way I could? Merci.
Well, it's very personal to me because I'm just an indecisive person to some things. Some things I know exactly what I want, but other times I'll mull over something a while, and that's pretty much what Why Don't I is about, going back and forth.
When we were speaking about this, I feel confident if I can get someone to a show of mine in person, I think I can win them over, with a few songs.
What's the challenging part of being a musician now is really finding that online when you only have a few seconds to really, kind of capture something, and it's not only about the music, it's also this sort of aesthetic. So online is very difficult to break through. For hundreds of years, art has been this sort of elitist thing that is patroned by the aristocrats and is often elitist, kind of presentation of wealth and power. And then I think there was a period of time where it was really democratized, from like the 60s to even the early 2010s. It was dominated by a culture, teenage culture, or it wasn't aristocratic, it wasn't elitist. But now, I unfortunately somewhat feel like with social media, you would think technology would democratize things, but there's so much noise, there's so much saturation that it takes a lot of money and connections to break through that I almost feel like it's gone back to that kind of elitist thing. And, labels don't want to develop artists, and so even though labels do a lot of bad things, who's going to be the champion for developing artists, It's difficult. And so if you don't have a lot of money or a lot of connections, it can be hard.
Fall came around like an old lover. I was hoping I could see you again. Nights getting long, the days shorter. Maybe it's the way you've been in my head, looking at you across the water. City lights never shine so bright. It's the sugar on your shades, baby, it's the way you're loving on me night and day. You ask me what to wear, I say I don't know. It's something about the way that the dress hanging low. You call my name, whisper in my ear. I love you all night till the sun appears. Take your time, oh, take it all. We did it once, we could do it some more. Broke in the city, you were sitting pretty, sipping on your Chardonnay. It's the sugar on your shades, baby, it's the way you're loving on me night and day. Oh, you call me in the taxi, you're feeling low. Say I need a little time when the traffic slows. Oh, you're working two jobs, I'm working through things. Won't you meet me in the middle where the two halves meet? Maybe it's the city, maybe it's your head. Maybe it's the things that I say again. It's the sugar on your shades, baby, it's the way you're loving on me night and day. Yes, we went to where I say I don't know. It's all about the way that the dress sang low. You call my name, whisper in my ear. I love you all night till the song appears. Take your time. Oh, take it on. We did it once, we could do it some more. A cold night strutting, part-time loving got me in a kind of way. Broke in the city, you were sitting pretty, sipping on your Chardonnay. It's the sugar on your shades, baby, it's the way you're loving on me night and day.
And it's really an outlook on life. It's a little take on looking through life through rose-colored glasses. I love you on rose. And it's sugar on your shades. I think as a songwriter, people try to separate writing songs with living and experiencing life. And I think maybe it needs to be more of just a natural, you gotta live to write good songs. And that entails good stories, good people, and being in France, travel. We were talking about it, the loitering, and not in a negative context, in a completely positive way of being around a group of people for many hours and sharing stories. In America, things are fast-paced, and there is an empowerment of self in America. That's a beautiful thing. Everyone feels that they can achieve anything. And that's an important puzzle piece to being a musician or creative. But there's also this life that you have to experience, and if you get caught up in just the achievement of something and you don't experience life to its fullest, then to be a good songwriter, I think you have to. So taking a little French, taking a little American, put it together, and I think the two cultures are a perfect emblematic of good songwriting.
Yeah, I see how you're doing that in the songs too. You're bringing bits and pieces of stories from places that you've been to and putting that in your songs. If you weren't living a life where you experienced those things, you wouldn't be able to have those words in your songs.
Yeah, I enjoy it, and I don't know, the songs like The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald back in the day, people don't write those kind of songs anymore, and it could be for a variety of reasons, maybe because we're all too egotistical. But it's because we're always writing very diary entry songs or art today, and I mean there's a good quality to that too, because people can relate to the really intimate moments of someone's life. But I like the stories, and sometimes we don't have to be so in ourselves to have a great story to tell.